folks, Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Here in the blog post we want to share with you, of course, review the latest in social media technology. This is something that's really interesting from bit.ly. You're probably familiar with Bitly, the link shortener service that's been around for a lot of years now. They've come out with a new service called Realtime, and it's currently in beta, so it's under development. But what's interesting is the Dig site, dig.com, digg.com, is set for, what would you call it, a revision, a redo. Basically, it's under new ownership, and the new owners are taking dig.com and basically redesigning the thing from the floor up or the ground up from what they're telling us. We haven't seen the versions yet, and evidently within about 3 or 4 days from the making of this video, they have said that they will have the new Dig released. Well, what's interesting is the new Dig is supposed to purportedly be using Realtime from Bitly. So this makes this review of this software pretty interesting, because it'll be kind of a wonderment as to how they integrate Realtime into the Dig software system. So it'll be really interesting as to how that works and how it resembles the old Dig, etc., etc. So this is pretty interesting with what they've got here. In essence, it's a search engine to see what's getting the most clicks, what's the most popular on social media. And they've got some different ways you can drill down into this data. You can enter different keywords from here. You can search, probably hashtags also. Any topics that you can possibly consider here that you can load in. Of course, you can make your own. Actually, I lied. You can't make your own. So any topic you might want to take and find there. Any social network you can choose from Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Ameblo, I never heard of that, LinkedIn. So there's those ones you can choose from if you want to search specifically on those sites, or you can just search for them all. What country you want to search for, stories that are people reading in certain countries and stuff. Target domains, if you want to target a certain domain like the New York Times, CNN.com, etc., etc. Audience language, this is pretty interesting. You can target what language people or topical language people are looking for. So we use this in a few different ways. We right now the Olympics are in full swing. Olympics. Doing two things at once, I guess, is beyond my capacity. We can go into Twitter and search for that. Let's search for Spain, see how Spain's doing with the Olympics, and let's search for Spanish language stuff and see what comes up. And what you'll find is it will pull different articles. It will show what's interesting. It seems like some of them are geared towards what's showing up on Bitly and most popular on Bitly. Now you can click on the link, and that will take you to the link that goes to the page that the post is put on. You can also get more information by clicking the I, which will take you to the Bitly page that shows some of the data and some of the metrics that you can see, analytics, if you will, on the particular post. And then you can also click on bitmark. That will take you to where you can save these bitmarks in your Bitly account. You can also click on the title here in the corner, which will take you to the segment of sports and what's being collected in that data there. Let's also take a look at, you can read, of course, the post, see a little picture, read a intro to the post, if you will. So what's interesting is they give you a lot of data. You can see here the clicks per minute. Let's go to something a little bit more broad, and we'll just go to the Olympics, and you can kind of see how, in essence, from what it looks like, Bitly is using the number of clicks that are being run through their click service as a way to determine what's most popular in social media. So you can see here 30 clicks per minute on this Olympic athletes to follow on Twitter from husband to post. You've got 7.2 clicks per minute on this Olympics article from Sky Sports, 3.8 from the NBOlympics.com. Telegraph UK, etc., etc. So somehow they're gathering this data and utilizing it in such a way as to determine which is the most popular on social media. Dig was also kind of a way to do that, at least in its format. It became gamed in the end, but essentially it was supposed to be a way to determine what was the most popular in social media or online, what articles were getting the most reads, if you will. So it'll be interesting if Dig uses this data instead of user data. One of the things that ended up having to do with Dig was Dig ended up being user controlled, where power users could basically force pages to the front of the page. And it really wasn't indicative of what was popular. It was indicative of control manipulation, which it seemed to be fine for Dig users within their own ecosystem or their own social system. But this real-time thing is going to be pretty interesting. It'll be interesting to see what else they develop. I like how you can go into different languages and target different things. You can really drill down through some of the data. We did find that some of the searches are pretty redundant. Like we searched in Facebook for Olympics, and we went into advertising, or we went into any of these really, alternative spirituality. When we did a search, we essentially came with some of the same articles that we were getting before. So we didn't notice too much of a difference in the searches we were getting, where it seemed like the most popular ones just always seemed to come to the surface. So it was interesting how that came out, and I'm sure they're gonna make the service better, being as it's in beta. But be sure to check it out. You can sign up for the beta and an invite for it. You can go to rt.ly, that's rt.ly, and sign up for it. Be sure to check it out. It'll be interesting to see how this develops. It's going to be interesting to see how this integrates with dig.com in the future. Thanks for coming by the chrisvossshow.com. Be sure to check back often.